We are talking about really sinister elements.
I had phone calls to say, your son is 5, do you want him to be 6?
You're doing this interview anonymously. Why is that?
The fear from Asian councillors. I live in fear for myself and my family.
Five weeks ago, Newsnight broadcast claims by Muslim women that Muslim men from within the Labour Party block them from becoming local councillors. The charity Muslim Women's Network UK wrote to the Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, demanding an inquiry into what it called systematic misogyny. A month on, more troubling claims have come to light.
We're talking about women actually fearing for their lives, saying we were getting harassed, threatened with violence. They're so scared they wouldn't want to go to the police and don't even want to come out publicly to share their experiences.
We're calling this Asian woman Zahara. A former Labour councillor, she makes pretty startling allegations about some of her Pakistani heritage former colleagues who are still Labour councillors today. On one occasion, she claims the police gave councillors sexually explicit video footage to watch before making a decision about whether a local club should be shut down.
The decision ultimately should have been to close the establishment down because of inappropriate behaviours going on of a sexual nature between young white girls and Asian males that were being shown in the video. I was clearly told to stop questioning by a hand gesture and a nudge by senior male councillors that were Asian sitting next to me.
And why were they doing that?
I was told, do you know who it is? It's a very prominent Asian businessman that supports us. It was a regular occurrence.
That is a very serious allegation.
I agree, it's very serious, but I think it's just second nature. Disgrace.
Zahara also says those same councillors regularly persuaded Asian women suffering domestic violence to go back to their abusers.
They would go to the councillors and they would be told, no, go back home. This is your lot. This is what happens. I stood up 2 or 3 times. Luckily those women got away because I just persevered. Probably that was my downfall.
Newsnight's spoken to 25 Asian women across the UK. All complain of Labour councillors and members of Pakistani heritage who operate clan politics. They say they block vocal independent Asian women like Arooj Shah from entering local government or try to get them deselected if they do. In some parts of the UK, like in Oldham where Ms Shah is a Labour councillor, the party's taken over the process. She says that's because they know, in her predominantly Asian ward, there's even resistance from inside the Labour Party to a Muslim women representative.
There's Labour Party members who will support my 2 ward colleagues who are both Asian men, and then when it comes to me, will support anybody but me. And they are members of the local Labour Party.
And have you asked why?
I know why. I know why. It's because I'm a woman. And that is the only issue they have. And anybody who tries to sugarcoat it or present it in any way is just lying, quite frankly.
Some of them have come out with derogatory comments like, oh, she's a Muslim woman, she shouldn't be representing us. But they've got to, and some of us have actually dragged them on side and said, look, hold on a minute, we've got to integrate. It's not a case of a Muslim woman. Where in Islam does it say a female cannot represent us?
Through all the attacks, personal attacks about me.
Councillor Shah told me influential local Labour members spread rumours that she sleeps around, that she's corrupt, even a money launderer, and brief against her to voters. The regional party supports her, but it's hard to gather the evidence to push through a successful complaint.
Stuff was posted through my letterbox, so when I opened it, it was a page 3, a picture of a page 3 nude model and a picture of my head attached to that.
Absolutely.
That's a tactic often used to dishonour Muslim women, and it's happened for decades.
Pornographic images with my face on. I have not spoken about this before. It is horrific.
This is my little Umar.
Najma Hafiz was the first Muslim woman on Birmingham Council back in the 80s and 90s.
Was then the leader of the council.
I had phone calls to say, your son is 5, do you want him to be 6?
Do you know who was making those phone calls?
Yes, I do.
Who was it?
It was one of my colleagues, so-called, and unfortunately, a member of my own community. 2016, we are still in that position. The only way we will stop it is